everyone.
Let me get through this part real quick, and we'll do more,
Story times.
Yeah, more story times with... there you go. Alright, I believe... Is that what I think I used you? Yep.
Ah, okay, so that destroys
That destroys that, so I'll get that one.
Okay.
And then I'll get this... Ah!
Oh, no.
It's okay! It's alright. I didn't need it. I can come back and get it later.
If you die.
Yep. Huh! This looks familiar.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
Oh, hey.
so you know you said the leaf guard is kind of useless?
Yeah.
I figured out a use for this.
Use leaf guard in here.
Yes.
Yes, you can. Or you just shoot the hell out of them.
Yeah, I guess that works too. So
And
you
wag it.
So you had a story.
Okay, so my, I guess it's actually my great-grandfather. It wouldn't be my grandfather. Well, I have two stories about that. My grandfather was part of the Berlin airdrop stuff.
Okay.
If you know anything about that.
Yeah,
he was a mechanic, and they celebrated that the other, several years ago. We had to go to it. But the story I was going to tell you was my, I think it was my great-grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
We never knew what he did during World War II.
Yeah.
We always knew he was a physicist. We knew he traveled.
Mm-hmm.
I screwed this up again because I gotta go. I gotta do that. There we go.
Ah, gotcha.
We could never figure out what he actually did, but he always traveled. He sent postcards. I screwed it up again. We found out that he was actually working with Albert Einstein on some of the bombs.
You serious?
Yeah, we could never figure it out, but after we tracked the postcards and the dates and where he was, and we could never ever tell him where he was at when he'd sent the postcards.
Mm-hmm.
And they figured out after looking at the postcards and the dates and all that stuff that he had actually they'd been moving around on a submarine.
Okay.
To hide them while they were developing those things. So just a cool little extra Memorial Day tidbit stuff. Yeah. All right. Cool.
And he was working with Albert Einstein.
Yeah. That's what we think, based off of the postcards and the times and the dates of the stuff that he was sending.
Mm-hmm.
So that, you know, just...
Yeah.
I mean, that's the quick story. I don't have the full... It could be a full detail. I have to sit and remember, but I'm too busy concentrating on this to...
I don't know, because, like, my grandfather, from my dad's side of the family, he served as a medic in World War II, and I think he was stationed in Italy most of the time. My great-grandfather, who passed away this year, he served as a sergeant in the Pacific.
Gotcha.
And I never really knew many stories about what they did. And, you know, a lot of them kept things they weren't really vocal about all the things that happened, which is understandable.
Well, they couldn't be, or they may not, you know.
Yeah. But the stories I do have were kind of humorous in a way. My grandfather on my dad's side of the family, he was interviewed from a kid at the local high school.
Yeah.
And he was telling a bit of stories about him during World War II. And one of the things was when he was with his group, there was... they were being shot by Nazis, and what the enemy decided to do at one point is they had anti-air vehicles or guns.
Yeah.
They decided to point them down at them.
Yeah.
While they were digging up trenches, and it's kind of humorous in a way, but I just remember my grandfather saying, "You'd be impressed how fast you dig when they're shooting at you."
We had a guy when I was in the 7th grade.
Yeah.
An older man who was a substitute teacher for one of our teachers. Mm-hmm. That's not what I meant to do.
Oh no! Shh. You love this game.
Anyway.
Yes.
He was a substitute. I think I can use Metal Man here, but
because he can shoot the things up, right?
Yeah.
Huh, cool. Okay, so they're invincible until they transform.
Yep.
Gotcha. That's pretty cool. Because how many do you have to hit?
A bunch. It's until the thing drops out. It's a set
okay.
amount. But anyway, there was a guy who taught for us.
Yeah.
And he substituted for our classes a lot. One day in English class,
yeah.
one of the kids in our class was being an asshole, and asked the guy to tell him a story about the war because he's a dick. Because he was an old guy, and he figured he's an old man. I'm gonna make fun of him by telling him a story about the war.
Oh no.
Now, I knew this guy.
Yeah.
From my church, who was a substitute teacher. His name was Mr. Pollard, I believe his name was.
Okay.
He was actually an ex-Air Force pilot from way back when. So when they told him to tell the story, they didn't realize he actually knew a story. I screwed this up because I didn't remember it, but that's okay. I will remember next time.
Okay. So the kid was thinking...
Well, he's being an asshole. Be like, just tell us the story from the war to be, you know...
Just to be a jerk.
Just to be a jerk. And turns out he was. So every time he came in, of course, the kids loved it when he came in because what would happen is instead of him teaching the actual lesson that was given to him, they just say, tell us the story from the war. And he'd go into an hour-long story about things that happened in the war while he was a pilot.
Of course.
So just, you know, be careful when you pick fun at people about stuff because it could end up biting you in the butt. Oh, yeah, I remember this level. It's like, vi.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Doing it the hard way.
Yeah. So my great-grandfather, his story I liked more. This is the one that fought in the Pacific. Mm-hmm. He told us a story how he went fishing one time.
Okay.
It's like, I think they were stationed out on the beach. And again, I don't know full details, but the people weren't really doing anything. So
I don't remember what I use on this guy.
So he had some downtime.
Yep.
And he decided that he wanted to go fishing.
Ah.
And what ends up happening is he doesn't really have a fishing rod or anything. Oh, so how do you hit him?
You hit him in the face.
Oh, okay. So what he decides to do was he finds a...
Bam!
Nice, good job. He finds a bombshell, basically, that was, like, split open, or was like a shell, basically, that was, like, split open in half, and he used it as a makeshift raft. And he had 2 grenades. So he goes, he paddles out, and decides to go fishing using grenades. He fires he throws the first one, it explodes, and he apparently saw some fish splash out. While he was about to use the second one, he apparently sees a shark.
Ah!
And he decides, you know, it's a shark, what do I do? He just grabs a grenade and chucks it at it. And nothing really happened to the shark. I guess he didn't really hit the mark too well or anything like that. But his response was, I don't think the shark liked that too much. So apparently he just turns around and paddles back to shore. Yeah. And that's it. But I just like my great-grandfather's story of how he tried to go fishing.
Well, it probably didn't do anything because if you watch Mythbusters, you know that the watch this bullshit. Whoop.
What? Is that a glitch?
No, it's the actual floor's invisible. So, to be able to get stuff, you have to like go all the way around. See, I can't get there.
Wow.
I mean, actually, I can. I'll show you the easy way to do it. You just thank you.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
What up, please? Thank you.
Nice.
No, not a glitch. They designed it that way for you to think, oh, that's easy to get, and then you go through. So there's places up here with like spikes that you have to avoid and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's hot garbo.
Hot garbo.
So like I think I knew it was that one. Wait. Cheat. Okay, there we go. Cheat the system.
Yeah, nice job.
Thank you. Let's see here. Doo-doo.
I also got a random question for. All right, no, you were about already talking Mythbusters. What were you about?
Just with explosions underwater.
Yeah.
They reduce, the amount of. That's not what I wanted to do. That's totally not what I wanted to do. Let's return to the game. Cool. So we're saved at this point if we ever need to. Just
Nice.
But no, when you do explosions underwater, obviously it reduces the amount of explosive power, I guess. I can't do it there. I have to physically go across it, so I'll ignore it for now.
Because it's invisible and crap,
Yeah.
and you're probably going to run into the yellow guys. I gotcha.
Don't think there's any invisibility here. Nope. Because that'd be the dickish move.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see here.
So explosions in the water reduce...
Reduce the amount of recoil that happens in the, reduces the pressure, so that's probably why it didn't kill the shark. Because it's got to force all that pressure out within the water.
I gotcha, okay. Yeah, so anyways, when I was, like I said, I went to a local card shop here in town. Yeah. And there was a group of guys playing on a table, and I thought they were playing D&D or something, or even the new Space One Starfinder. No. But apparently they were playing Warhammer.
Warhammer!
I've never played Warhammer before. What's it like? Is it D&D or is it
no, Warhammer. Did they have no, Warhammer is a I'll tell you what, next time I'll tell you about Warhammer, what it is.
Okay.
You get to involve, that's the other game that myself and Mulligan played before we did all this stuff.
Because is it figurines, basically?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, we will see you guys next time.
Bye.